everyone except for Taliyah roll me a d20. Is that everybody? God, it feels so weird. Hey, I guess
I'm not
I'll
rolling.
roll 2. Just
It is kind of
cause.
fun.
Oh, I lost. All right, Amy, what happened last time?
Last time, Aishah hugged a giant piece of ice.
Yeah, but what else
My
happened?
tits are cold.
Besides the ice, anything else happen?
My brain is
Not
cricket
really. Not really. We didn't do much last episode.
We hung out like pals.
We tried to pretend we like each other.
They went. Here's the best way to really if you want to give the short end of it. Y'all went to an area I didn't think would ever be gone to.
You put a giant lake with a giant ice cube in it. You thought we wouldn't go to it?
Exactly, I didn't.
Yo, look! It's the thing I did.
Look, it's ice.
Big.
Look, it looks good.
Now, here's the good question. No one did a watch last night, did they?
I set up the alarm spell.
We did have alarm.
Set up an alarm spell. Did anyone stay up for any amount of time to watch or anything? Or did you all just go alarm spell?
I was
sleep?
watching the lake specifically to see if any.
Well, yeah, after that. Before. So you stayed up for
After the
that?
cow.
After the cow.
I believe we were gonna do a watch thing.
Vera as a character would have wanted to do watches.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking right now, just in case. Okay, so those two would the other 3 have done any watches, or?
I think Dune would take a watch
Am
at
I
some point.
included
Just
in
to be
those
helpful.
3?
No, you're one of the
Oh.
other 2.
Listen, I'm stupid.
It's okay, we got those 3. Would Oleander do a watch? I know I heard fucking Mikey say Gerkin needs his beauty sleep.
Oleander
Gerkin's
would
also
definitely
old
do a
as
watch.
fuck.
Gerkin's
Though
old as shit.
Oleander probably wouldn't have the idea to do a watch, but if he sees other people are doing them, he will do them. Because Oleander is not one to come up with ideas.
Now here's the next question. What is the order?
I'd like to go when it's dark.
I'm gonna be sitting and watching the cow for as long as I can sit and watch the cow. Oh.
Yo, cow watch.
So then maybe
Give me second watch.
That's that. And
That
then
works.
I'll take third.
okay, Veer gets to wake up Oleander, and then Dune goes last. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense for Dune to go last.
Morning prayers.
Tally.
Dune, more like Dawn. Hello.
Hey.
Can you make me a perception?
Yes. The answer to that question is yes.
Can you make me a percent? Oh, I guess you can.
I most certainly can.
Well, for starters, you still have that ice on you. That shit's, still really cold. Colder than you think it should be, even though it's further away from water and everything. But
It's
whatever.
not melting.
It's not melting at the moment, no.
Very cool. I like that.
The cow seems to be sticking around for the moment. Watches typically are like 2 hours, so about an hour, and it's, after it had drank for a little bit, it laid down there at the edge of the water. Like there was no movement, no noise or such. It just keeps sitting there. Hour 2 ticks along on your watch, and just like, man, it's really quiet. This fits because there's literally no noise, no wind movement. The moon is, or at least what you assume to be a moon, or is it just that the sun shifted colors? That's a good question for later, because you don't remember that sun ever moving, period. Just that it got dark.
They turned the lights out.
And while the cow is laying there, like when it's getting to the cusp of the 2 hour mark, it's color does seem to be getting a little bit better. Like,
Nose color? Okay.
yeah, like if you remember, whenever it came into this area, it had a lot of like that weird, bony, like
Yeah.
calcification sort of looking stuff on its flesh. Its skin was a lot lighter, veins and whatnot, from what you and Veer could see. It seems like some of those fragments are falling off, and the skin is starting to get back a little bit of color. End of the 2-hour mark, nothing crazy happens. Nothing outrageous with the cow either. At the end of your watch, you gotta wake up Veer. Who do you want to wake up? You could throw off the.
I'm not gonna throw off the cycle.
Dude, throw off the cycle. Who does Aishah want to awaken?
Oh, throwing off the cycle.
Sure you're waking me up?
Perception.
Will with my enhanced dark vision. Hello.
It is really quiet out here. There should be noise. Shouldn't there?
There should be noise.
Besides that, nothing happens. Nothing goes on. You look over at the cow at some point, probably, and just...
Is the cow still there?
The cow's still there. It seems to be sleeping.
Is there insects?
No. There are no insects.
Okay, interesting.
Besides that, nothing goes on your watch either.
Alright. I'll wake up Oleander.
Yeah, guys. Oleander is great at Oh, actually, I have proficiency in perception, so it's not a negative. Nice.
How do I word this for Oleander as well? That cow's still there, but that's really far away and it's dark. Why is it so quiet? There should, like, you know, like Taliyah pointed out, there should be insects. That doesn't make any sense.
I think it makes sense.
Alright!
Damn it, Oleander. Think
You know what
for
that-
yourself,
Guys,
bird boy!
I come from high up in the mountains. Bugs don't like it up high.
That's fair, I guess.
But besides the fact that it's absolutely quiet, there's no wind like the others have found, no insects, no other noises, nothing. Quiet, peaceful watch. So you wake up next.
The desert.
You need Goral Percept?
Yes.
14.
Like the others, there's no wind. There's no insects, but as it starts getting closer to the end of your watch, there is an occasional chirp, as it sounds like birds are finally possibly waking up, or something. But besides that, there is nothing.
About halfway through my watch, I would try to start, like, I don't know if you have had a campfire already, but I tried to make one. And I would get out my pot, grab some water from the little lake, and I would just use some of my resources and start making a breakfast for one.
How quiet are you whenever you go towards the lake and whatnot?
Just no one's else awake, so I wouldn't be talking or anything. I'd probably just be like, I'm not trying to be stealthy per se, but I imagine I would be
I'm just
making
asking because, like, you know, the cow is still technically over there.
Yep.
So as you would have gotten closer, you would have startled it awake, and it would have ran the fuck off.
Sorry to wake you. Okay. And I would, start boiling some water, and I'd get some of the salt pork from my horse and put that in, and I'd look around and see if there's any, like, maybe naturally growing herbs or anything, right? Like naturally growing vegetables or anything, that, like, roots and stuff.
I'd say make a quick little not perception, goddamn survival check. Thank you, brain. Nothing really too fancy. There's maybe a few wild onions here and there.
Oh, perfect.
But besides that, nothing crazy.
Yeah, I would take all that, take the wild onions, kind of cut them up, and with the salt pork and stuff, and just kind of like make a little stew kind of deal for everybody.
You are trying to do, I'm assuming, your thing.
Cook utensils, yeah.
You're trying to make, I'm assuming, the tree. That means you can make 3 of those as part of a long rest.
There's like what, 5, 6 of us?
5. Plus your
5.
horse, but you don't have to worry about that because you have horse food.
I don't see a limit to how many times I can do it, and if a watch is 2 hours, I could use my whole watch to do this twice to make enough for everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll make a pretty nice beneficial breakfast for everybody with some left over.
You all wake up to Dune's cooking. It smells pretty good. It is a very nice. Let's see, you use some of the pork and onions on it.
It's like a traveler's stew kind of deal.
It smells like one of those very nice taverns. Like, it's got the smell as if you just walked in and the first thing you go in is, I could use an ale.
How much of my salt pork should I mark off for this? Because we put 10 salt pork, 4 servings per, so...
Since you did 2 of those, I'd say mark off 2 of those.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
That's fair.
I will point out,
Good morning.
Vir'Thyra and Aishah, you 2 wake up,
Hello.
and you would see that the cow is gone. There goes breakfast.
We have breakfast. Dune cooks breakfast.
There goes second breakfast.
Good morning, everyone.
Isn't it like you didn't curse integrate?
Hello.
Good morning.
Ah,
Breakfast is just about ready.
oh, lovely.
Thank you, Dune.
No problem. One of my favorite things to do is cook for people. It's one of the best ways to spread happiness.
I must say, sleeping out here is giving me one more of a degree of unease about this whole place. For the others that took watch, did any of you notice how peculiarly quiet this place is?
Eerily
Birds
silent.
chirping around. I don't know what you're talking.
Incredibly quiet.
No crickets, no hoppers, no livestock outside of the cow. It feels very much almost like we're inhabiting a dead world.
Honestly, the sound of the water boiling was quite comforting with all the silence. Anyway, Dune will start to serve everybody.
I honestly don't really mind the silence.
I'm more so concerned about what it means for the ecosystem, I suppose. If these plants are surviving, surely they must be getting pollinated somehow.
Magic?
I should just shrug some.
Magic.
Magic is always my first idea. I mean, think about it. Larry's been here for an awfully long time.
Well, it could be that there's just no nocturnal animals.
Could be.
The way I see it, magic is just science that we don't have answers for yet. So,
Come back, science we don't quite understand. It's magic we don't quite understand. Yeah, how does that gun work?
Oh, right. I'll see if I can draft up something to give you a
I
few
don't need a
details.
draft. I just need an explanation.
Also, just a point of order. Any of you who eat the food that Dune made, you gain 3 temporary hit points.
oh, neat.
Because I have the chef feat.
I was gonna say, speaking of weird things that you don't understand yet, that ice has not melted in your pack, pocket, wherever you kept it overnight.
Nice. Alright, is there even any, like, wet spot?
Nope. No wet spot, no sweat, nothing. It's just chilling.
Neat. Very neat. Alright.
Oleander does not seem to be eating.
There
Does not take off his
goes.
mask.
Do we have a plan for the day? Do we want to keep scouting around, or do we want to head back? Actually, now that I think about it, Does the central town have a name that we can refer to it as? Because just calling it
That's a good
the
question.
town seems a little bit boring.
Joe?
Yes, despite the fact that it seems to be the only one.
I suppose you couldn't get confused about which town we were referring to.
We could just call it Central.
How about, since it's the center, and everything radiates out from there, what if we just called it Compass Rose?
Goes along with the flower theme we've been establishing thus far. City of Rose.
How do we know that
Bring it up to
everything
Larry, maybe.
centers from there?
Well, the center of our known world, a current known one at least, centers from there.
The safe zone centers from there. And so do the towers,
Did
and
they name
so
it?
does the
And we
end of
simply not ju-
Like a safe haven. Anyway.
been explored. I think it's quite a safe bet to say that everything centers on there, yes.
We should ask if they do have a name.
Yes, I think we should.
Could be like Haven or something. I think. Didn't we have a plan?
I think we were talking about going up northwest,
Yes, to check out the... what
quote
are we calling
unquote,
it? The dungeon?
dungeon.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Where the fuck is the map?
Oh, you like the map? You're here, and I assume you're talking about like here, yeah, probably. And then just a reminder, this was marked by fucking the blacksmith Carly. I was saying that in that general vicinity there is a crystal that might hold a flame within that could be used for the smithy for upgrading their forge. You do have those crystals that you can
Mm-hmm.
use to
Oh, yeah,
teleport
we do.
straight back to the central
Yeah.
area.
I think we should go to the dungeon
I
first,
think we
and
should go to the dungeon.
just because then we can get an idea. It is the obvious route, but then we can get an idea of what we will see in a dungeon and or the towers.
Yeah.
Just to see what's taking
Yeah.
residence.
Easy gauge.
It is an easier gauge. This has been warned to be dangerous because people don't come back, and this has been warned to be corrupted, so we don't know if that's going to be like an environmental effect.
I
This
think
seems
that's
like the
gonna be
most
an environmental
straightforward. This is the basic what should be expected for the rest of the region. Convenient.
In my, what I think is, if we're going to be talking about non-obvious routes, because I do agree that there might be a better, like, first route, I feel like the better first route, instead of going in a different direction, would be simply passing it up and continuing this direction.
Going towards the volcano, maybe?
Yeah. Like, maybe that one instead.
Something I've thought of also, this is something I wanted to point out, is if we go here, there's probably something here. This feels like a spot where there would be something, and this seems like it was not explored by Jerry very much.
True.
So that's another place, I think. And if we go there, we can easily check in his own lake or something like that now. Start with the town?
Oh, Game Master?
Hi, yes, hello.
What are the darker hexes again?
Uh,
I know this is the swamp, isn't it? This,
yeah, so these
dark-
are like swampy,
yeah, with
boggy
these
sort of thing.
medium gray.
These are similar to that. They would take 2 days to travel
Okay.
through. These lighter gray ones were also, I don't remember if I mentioned it or if I did, it's been a while. It's been a month.
We've slept since
Yeah.
These are also, from what Jerry said, at times it seemed like a little bit more dangerous because of the corruptive effects of that region.
A little more dangerous, surrounded by mountains, kind of backed into a corner. I'm calling it now, there's like a dragon here or something crazy. This is
Yeah.
this is like an
My
optional boss lair.
My thought for that was actually there's like a basin that just like corruption sinks into because it's surrounded by mountains.
Like a lake. Yeah, it seems very much like a mountain.
Okay, so possible theory of it's possible that if we are going on that, like, there's a less obvious first route that would be better in the long run. It's possible that if we go there, we will stop something terrible from happening later.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. What if there's survivors in this town that we could find?
Here's another thought. If we do go for the we could
We
loop.
could wrap around
This
you were
way?
right.
True.
If we somehow make it through that whole loop, that would be pretty cool.
I think that
All I wanted to say is Richard wouldn't be pushing the teleportation gems if he didn't want us to use them often.
I was gonna say the
True.
only reason why I'm pushing it because this area down here was mentioned is because it was stated that this lower area, this sort of like area that hasn't been really
That's
mapped
true.
out, is a little bit more dangerous. Pretty much anything underneath this line that I've drawn,
Okay,
Got
okay.
it.
that is danger territory.
Got it. Oh, okay.
all right.
So
it's a Pokeball!
So
It's a
these-
fucking Pokeball!
Nice.
Ah.
We can see these lines. Yeah, there we go. There
Okay,
it
okay,
is.
okay. So we got easy, medium, hard as
Hard.
balls.
Yeah,
Alright.
now I can put Queen over here. There we go.
That makes a lot of
Easy,
sense.
medium, nightmare.
Nice.
I
Or-
We can dip
done
our
by
toes in the
teleporting
nightmare.
goblin.
You
definitely
know-
See, I
can.
want to dip my toes in the nightmare because, like, it's there and we have the option. It's much more interesting if we just like, I want to see what's there. I don't want to just avoid it until we're level 20 or some bullshit. So, like,
I think that here's what we would do if it was like if my main suggestion would be we go to like here, we come back, regroup a bit, and then since we'll probably have a little bit more experience with what there is, we like just small dip.
next
It
year,
might just
probably.
be me being overly cautious, but my general instinct is telling me that we should deal with the knowns first and prepare ourselves so we're better prepared to survive the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
see,
that's, Same.
like general logic, but that's also boring. So, I think we're all in agreement. All of us want to go to the dungeon first. We've just been saying the same thing over and over. Let's
We're
go
just
to the
trying
dungeon
plan
first.
Past
True.
the dungeon.
True.
There. Okay.
So here's my thought of what we should, what we do once we exit the map is we should go back to town because I don't think Gerkin doesn't have a crystal, does he?
He does not. Gerkin was the only one that did not.
Yeah, so can we head back to the town then? And,
Yeah.
on the way there, I have a request, Richard. Yeah, on the way there, can I look out for wildlife?
Ooh, true.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that cow, maybe? I kind of wanted to track the cow if possible.
Okay, here's a question. You guys are just gonna travel at a normal pace, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright. So you're wanting to keep an eye out for animal life.
Yeah, if I could track that cow, that would be pretty neat. But, if not, I'll just look out for animals on the way back.
And also, if you're wanting to track the cow specifically, roll a survival real quick then. Because we can do this before you guys leave the area fully.
Sounds good.
Right. Okay. The cow. So, because it got woken up and spooked off pretty early before it could like finish, sleeping and whatever, it did not get that far. It only got about, let's see, maybe based on the foot markings, grabbing a conversion thing, 2,000 some odd feet, like half a mile maybe, away from where you saw it last.
Okay.
Based
Is
on
it
the
reasonable
text
for
alone.
me to follow the cow and then just like loop back and meet up with the rest of the party? Or if anyone wants to follow me and go get the cow, I guess that's doable too.
Would anyone want to go with how to get cow? Over there.
Sure, I'll go with the cow, and along the way, I just general rules. Just from while I'm moving around, I'd like to keep an eye out for like any more of those wild onions or any other naturally occurring like edible plant.
Callie's looking for food. Amy's looking for drugs. Man! Wait, that's what edibles are, aren't they?
Onion drugs. Onion drugs. I want
Onion drugs. Onion
Drugs.
drugs.
Onion drugs.
But if it's just you two going that way, and then the others are going straight back, yeah, you would be able to like meet back up with them. They would get there first, and you'd be able to be behind them, give or take. I'd say.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
fair. So if it's just you two going after that for now, I will say I will follow y'all, unless anyone else wants to go with them, or the rest of you just want to go straight back to town.
Going back to
That's
town.
fine.
Going back to town. Back to town. Alrighty. You know what?
Cow.
Who's leading the fucking party back home? That's a good question.
I'll do it.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it's probably Veer.
then we'll just use the Veer one to show that, and then the Aishah one to show
the cow.
where Aishah is.
Cow party.
Say like here-ish. There we go.
Okay.
Cow hunt, cow hunt, cow hunt.
Cow hunt.
I'm gonna do this instead. I'm sorry, I said I was gonna follow the cow people first. I'm not gonna follow the cow people first. There you guys go. You guys can have that if you need me.
Woo.
You three make it back, in a decent amount of time. It's not terrible. The light doesn't hurt your eyes as much as, you get back to this part of town, Veer.
Thank God.
Yeah, because it's getting to be about a little dimmer.
I'm going to go in the bar, and I'm going to get a drink, food, and tomorrow we can continue on. Hopefully the others get back.
Good idea. I'll join you.
Alright. Mary! Hello!
Oh,
Hello, we're back.
welcome.
Half of
We
us.
didn't die!
I see you three didn't die, but did the others die or
The
something?
other two are
No,
chasing
they're
a
trying
cow.
to get a cow!
Oh, they're going after
They're on the hunt.
We saw a cow, and it was a little questionable.
Question.
But they're going after it just to see if it's if it's something that we don't want to bother with, they'll just kill it, and if we do want it, they'll be hurting a cow.
I mean, very fair. I'm not going to deny them a cow. Why was it questionable?
Looked a little bony.
A little. I mean, that is a bit questionable, I will admit, yes. But it is good that you all are back.
Anyway, I get something
How strong are you wanting?
not knockout yet, but a little harder than the standard.
Okay,
If
so.
you want, you can just give me a shot and like a regular.
So you want something to get hit, but not hammered. Okay, you've got plans. So I guess we can go with, let's see here, maybe.
Oleander watches this interaction. Probably understand. You know what? Does he understand what's going on? Oleander does not understand
Does Oleander
understand
eat?
alcohol lingo.
Does Oleander drink?
That's Oleander.
No.
Oh, I
Give the boys some alcohol.
I tried.
Should Oleander say like
Ah, yes, I'll have something like that too.
not understanding that this is alcohol and not food?
Please, I want to see what happens when
Alright.
he drinks alcohol.
All right, we'll get two of those. Oh,
Wants
let's
to
see,
know.
medium strength. You don't have
Can't watch.
dwarven made mead, do you?
Ain't it? No.
All right, that's one of the stronger things
We've
we got.
shipped
But
it quite a lot.
Huh.
Or I've shipped it, I should say.
Very good. Very. I will say this is something that one of the people here helped me make. I had to borrow his wisdom on it. Pulls out a few mugs. If I heard correctly, Gerkin said he wants a water.
Get the old man some milk.
But Larry pours 2 mugs of ale, well, mead. A mug of water, comes over, puts the mug in front of Veer for mead, water in front of Gerkin, puts down a mug with a straw in front of Oleander. It's also me because he said just like that. Alright, if you need any food or such, just ask. The drinks, I'll tell you
That
the
would
total
be
at the end.
appreciated.
Yep, so why are you all back so early?
We realized Gerkin doesn't have a recall stone.
He was sleeping at that time.
It'd probably be a good idea to have one of those.
And also, we're going north. We went down to the lake. We saw the ice. Came back.
Oh, did you harvest any of the ice? It's great for,
I think Aishah did. I didn't want to get in the water.
Very fair. We typically don't get in the water.
Aishah did.
Aishah got in the... Oh, my word. Is she alright?
Yeah, she's fine.
She seems fine.
Alright. The last time someone tried to go in the water, they got, extremely frostbitten.
Oh my.
Yes. If you're saying she's alright and walking around, it seems like she probably didn't get it that bad. Excuse me for a few moments as I... gotta go do something real quick in the back. I just have to go take care of something in the back and get some food going. Jerry isn't here at the moment, so I can't really ask him to do it.
And where'd he go?
Where's Jerry?
I think he's out exploring, or he might be helping one of the others.
I see.
Typically, I can just, yell, "Hey, Jerry," and he'll just appear, but if he's busy, well, as you see, nothing happens. If you need me, just holler. I'll be right back.
Wilhelm.
Alright.
Gerkin, are you conscious?
Yes,
You've been surprisingly quiet.
I'm conscious.
Oleander takes the straw of his alcohol. Probably understands it's alcohol at this point, but doesn't want to be rude by, returning it.
Are you okay, Oleander?
Oh, yes. I'm...
How much of Vir's drink has she had?
Like a good gulp. One solid gulp.
One second.
Oleander takes his mug. Which one was his room again?
Third.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Inside. Close his door.
Vir just
Now I
watches.
make his constitution save. And just because I like this idea, I like the idea of him not being amazing with alcohol, I'm gonna roll at disadvantage on purpose. Just cuz. What would you guys consider that?
Let's see, an 11 on that one. First of all, it has a nice flavor of honey, a slight burn in the throat as it goes down. It's a little sweet, and is it supposed to burn that much? Ooh, my stomach's getting a little warm. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. Hey, you failed. You'll have a...
Yeah, I figured.
I'll say, just have a little bit of disadvantage on attacks and ability checks for the next 4 hours.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, cool. Oleander comes back out a little wobbly. His mask is just the slightest bit crooked.
Vir is just watching silently.
He comes back out, sits in the wrong chair, sets it down, and then Vir, it looks like he barely drank anything, and then he just goes,
Vir, would you like a drink? And then
slides it over to Vir.
Oh my! It hit you that hard?
Not the bit. You and I will.
She'd
It's
reach
on
over
me.
and
Is that-
fix his
is that what
mask.
you're saying? Oh, thank you.
You sweet summer child.
I was born in spring, actually.
Oh, you sweet spring child, then. It's a saying.
Yes. Oh, I see.
I think it's, amusing how little alcohol you can tolerate. We should get you some food before it hits your system really hard.
That would be good, probably.
Yeah. Maybe you can handle a little bit more later. Once you have something in your
Hopefully.
stomach. Vir will just sip her drink, not fazed by the alcohol. Bring us our food, please, before Oleander starts getting actually drunk.
Okay, so I get you food and whatnot. Just, did somebody say they need grease?
Oh, I mean, Larry's working on it.
Did I?
I mean,
It's good to see you, Jerry.
nice to see you.
Hello, Jerry.
Nice to see you too, and not so good.
The other two will be here. They're not dead, don't worry.
Okay, I was about to ask. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
technically I don't have
Yes,
to ask.
they're hunting a cow. Cow.
Oh my word, is he okay?
Vir will motion to the drink, still kind of in front of Oleander.
Oh. So
He's a bit of a lightweight.
so he's a little bit of a wine kind of guy.
Should get you some wine.
I don't
bet
think
you
that I
love
was.
it.
Actually, I think you should order him some food. And you see Gerkin, who has not actually drank any of his water, just slide it over to Oleander.
Yeah, she should also have some water.
Oh, Jerry's back. Great.
Could we get one more water at the table, please?
Oh, yes, I can get that. Did you tell Jerry already what you want for food? I was walking in the back.
Oh, no. We've just been chatting about, Oleander actually having alcohol.
Wait, can he not handle his alcohol?
I'm not used to it.
Oh, my.
Drink some water.
I feel bad. All right. Here we go. Another cup of water. Kind of quickly walks over and sees.
Actually, just replace Gerkin's. Gerkin's took his over.
Sees that, hears you say, it's just like, oh, all right, here you go, Gerkin.
Hey,
Jerry, can we get something like bread? Bread would probably help the most.
Bread, that's easy enough.
Bread,
Uh,
carbs.
I was gonna say,
Potatoes?
maybe we should get him like, maybe. How do you think he?
Like apples?
Apples are a little sugary. We need like.
I could get him like a honey bread, maybe, like bread with honey. That might be good for him.
Just something in his stomach.
Honey's not red.
I wish I had. Oh, I wish I had the stuff I had back home. I'll be right back.
Oleander, if you want, you can go back up to your room so you can eat.
Maybe.
Take the water with
Maybe
you.
that. Maybe that.
Okay, so there's some bread up in his room because I figure he's gonna do that thing again.
Thank you, Jerry.
There's also some bacon for a little bit of grease, just because like that always helps me.
It might be a goblin thing. Doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah, I mean like
If anything, it's protein.
yeah. Normally I don't do this, but there's the you want to go to your room quickly, buddy?
I'm fine. I can.
I forget which
Do you
room
need
was
me
this
to take you
again.
up to your room?
I can walk.
Oh god, I can't. Do you got him, Vera? Do you want me to get him?
I got him. I got him.
Okay. Do you want me to grab you all any food? Wow.
If I could get like some sort of stew, that sounds wonderful right now.
Dude, got it. And you, Mr. Gerkin.
oh, ham,
Ham.
bread.
Ham and. So you want a ham sandwich? Do you want a ham sandwich then, or do you just like want
Yes.
a lot?
Also tomatoes on the ham sandwich.
Okay, and tomatoes. All right. Stew and a ham sandwich. I'll be right back. You have fun with Drunky.
Yes.
And he's gone.
Vir is going to just hold out a hand to Oleander. You want me to take you upstairs?
Oleander will take the hand.
Thank you.
Anyway, where can I get those recall stones?
Jerry?
You just hear like pretty much everywhere and also nowhere. Busy. Be there in a minute.
Thank you! Fear has one arm around Oleander's waist and one, just holding one of his hands.
Here's your sandwich. I'll get
Yeah,
her stew whenever she gets
I
back.
was. How do I get one of those stone recalls?
Oh, my little recall stones. Let me go check my stock and see if I have any left. Let's see. Walk right behind you, walks to the other side. Okay. I have a few left over. I have to get back to work on making some more of those later.
Oh, Jerry. Ingo!
Here you go. Here's one of them.
Thank you. Do I owe you anything for this, or?
Thank you, Via. This is very, very help.
Sit down.
I love
Okay, I'm going to close the door, and I'm going to expect you to eat some bread and drink some water.
Oleander sits down. The the bread and water on the other side of the bedside table.
Yeah, I was about to make the joke of, oh yeah, there's a basket of bread and a plate of, bacon and another mug of water, but it's over here.
But Oleander sleeps on this side, so he sits here.
Okay? Can you do that for me? Before all of your intellectual capabilities leave your fucking head.
I can no. That didn't happen right now.
No. They're happening.
Really? That's only happened once.
Oh
my god! Count that as twice, and eat.
Oleander starts to reach over for the bread and such.
You're just gonna close the door.
Shit,
Not my circus, not my monkeys. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
I'd say this time you don't owe me nothing, guy, but if you find any, crystals, I mentioned this the other day, I don't remember if you were asleep or not for this.
He was asleep.
Oh, was he asleep for that? Okay. Yeah, there's some, blue gems that are, all around this place. They look like they have stars in them and whatnot. You find any of those, bring those back for me.
Okay.
I'm going to give Jerry 5 gold.
Thank you very much.
And keep the change.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of my job.
It is your job. You should be compensated for it.
Fair. I mean, how much do you pay me again? I'm not gonna tell people that Jerry, but if you want to tell them, you can, but I'm not going to say that out loud and make other people either feel worse about themselves or better about themselves. Okay, and you make an amount that allows you to live happily. Yeah, and I get free drinks. I'll be right back with your stew.
Thank you, Jerry.
And here's your stew.
She finishes her drink, slides Oleander's drink in front of her.
Alright, if anyone else doesn't need me, I'm gonna head on back. I think that,
Take a break.
Oh, no break right now. Vezir needs some help with some experiments and whatnot, so I gotta go help him out. I just got done helping out Rubitan, and he might come for food later, but I'm not sure. He gets very into his work. Well, see y'all.
Bye, Jerry.
See ya.
See you later.
Let's go see how the people with Coward do it. Also, now you can roll your little while you're traveling.
Oh shit!
There's not a whole lot, but you're able to find 3 more onions specifically, since you were looking out for those.
No wild carrots or herbs or potatoes or anything like that. Okay.
Nah, not this time. Now here's the good question: you're trying to be sneaky as you get up to this cow, yes?
Yeah. I wanted to run away.
Dune, would you leave your horse behind a little bit, or would you lag behind Aishah then, if she's trying to be stealthy?
She would also probably just mention, I'm going to go up and make this quick if you want to stay back. I shouldn't need help.
Of course, I can keep
If it
looking
gets
around.
corrupted, you can, of course, run in.
Of course, I can keep looking around for materials. Good luck.
Can I pop out my spyglass and take a look at this thing from a distance, just to make sure that there's not I don't know, some small little tendrils of corruption wreathing off of it, or some fishy business going on.
Oh, you're trying to make sure that it's not like, insane
A jump
level-
scare cow.
Yeah, sure. You can make a perception check with your spyglass.
Fuck yes, for Spiegelass.
It seems fine. You noticed like last night after, whenever it was getting near the end of your watch, I'd mentioned some of those calcified fragments and whatnot seemed to have fallen off. The skin color got a little back to normal. Now in daytime, and getting that look from away with actual light, not moonlight or whatever the hell that was. It does look better than when you guys found it the last night. It doesn't look as bad. And you're not seeing any weird jump scare tendrils. It doesn't have any, like, goop flopping off of it. No flesh. Seems to be weird decay shed, or whatever the hell you would describe any of the other creatures you've run into. It has a few little bits of weird calcification fragments on its body here and there. The skin isn't perfectly back to normal, but it's better, and there are still light white veins going all over its body.
Okay.
Since Dune is hanging back, I won't ask her for anything, but if you're going to try to get closer quietly, roll me a quick stealthy boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth on up.
Doesn't seem to have noticed you for the moment.
She's just gonna... Sure she can get close enough. If it hasn't spotted me, Dune's gonna see something pretty fucking ridiculous as Aishah's gonna get out of the bush and do a dead sprint right at the cow. And I'm going to come up right to its side and I'm going to solidly sock it in the side of the head.
Okay. Make an attack roll real quick. At advantage, obviously, because
It was a surprise. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of surprise. 13 will still hit.
Almost failed to hit a fucking cow.
I will say, however, you do notice one thing as you punch this cow in the side, and its heart definitely does stop.
Oh.
That necrotic damage, by the way, I'll put this out there.
Uh-huh.
Normally, you would feel like, the life force and any of that sort of flow of energy from it to you and everything. That doesn't happen. It seemed that this thing at the time of you punching it might have had an immunity temporarily to necrotic damage.
Ah.
Now, I guess I should ask the bigger question. Were you wanting to kill it or keep it alive?
I was just trying to knock it out.
Okay, then I can say that, in that moment where the heart did stop, you could just give it another little tap and it's just like...
It realizes it should keep going.
You just put a little bit of your key into it and just... Oh, shit, that was a little too hard. There we go. Heart back beating. It's unconscious. The reason I had its heart stop for that, it only had 4 hit points.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like...
I mean, it's a cow, yeah.
Yeah, I actually rolled for it since we just had shits and giggles. I'm like, yeah, let's see how much health it had. I didn't think you were gonna outright kill it, but just for the funny, I was like, you know what? She did double its health.
Decks a cow.
Yeah.
Insta kills it.
Uh,
I'm fine with you saying the cow dies from me decking it. If you want to.
I will say, if you do want to spend a key, you can jumpstart its heart again real quick.
Yeah. We'll just like hit a pressure point, shock it back up, just be like. Sorry there, Bessie. It was a little bit too much of a jump scare even for you. Yes, I get how it goes once you're older and things get much more scary like that. And then she's just gonna wave over to Dune, just like, it's all good. You can come over.
Alright.
While Dune's coming over, hey Aishah, can I have you make a perception or arcana check?
Yeah, Percepty boy. Don't blow up the cow.
You look over to Dune. You wave her over and whatnot. You see her like starting to come over. And you just see something weird out of the corner of your eye, and so you look back to the cow and a lot more of those calcified fragments are falling off. That's weird. Color's kind of back to its skin. Pretty much back to a normal cow at this point.
Oh.
That's weird. I'm
Oh.
not sure why that happened, though.
Stares down, kind of puzzled, just like scratching her chin. As she waits for Dune to come over.
Knocked the poor thing out, did you?
I didn't want to take any chances with what we've seen thus far from the wildlife.
Fair enough.
Though I do believe I hit it a little bit too hard.
Oh, you didn't kill the poor thing, did you?
No, it's still alive.
That's good at least.
But it might take a little bit for it to wake back up.
Can't you... are you going to send it home?
That was my thought. You want to help me lead this back to the Compass Rose?
Can't you just touch it with the crystal?
Yes, but I imagine that these aren't exactly common commodities around here. I'm not going to use it on a simple cow.
I suppose. Yeah, I could help you.
Yeah, just help me tie this rope around its neck, to at least encourage it not to run away.
Alright.
I'm gonna set it up so we can lead the cow back.
Well, I found some more of those wild onions.
Oh,
There isn't really much in edible flora around here, though. I'd like to at least find some wild carrots or even some ginger root or something. Oh well. I'm sure we find things in other places. And I'm sure this land has its own fair share of strange edible plants.
if everything is magical, I don't know how I feel about just consuming anything. But sure, if you want to live off of magical onions for the rest of your life, be my guest.
Hey, you weren't complaining about my onions this morning, though, were you?
I wasn't complaining, no.
Exactly. And you're fine, are you not?
I suppose I can't say no. I am fine.
There you go, then.
Just unnerves me in general. The age-old adage of not putting something in your mouth that you don't know where it came from.
I put a hand on Bessie's back and just kind of rub it a little bit. Oh, you poor thing. We'll have you home soon.
I did notice that the calcification seemed to wear off completely as soon as I knocked it out. I wonder if something about the nature of unconsciousness. Maybe.
Maybe. Hopefully we won't have to find out.
Shall we get this thing back before sunset?
Yes. Let's get the old girl back home.
So you're gonna lead it back. Let's just see how much of a pain in the ass the cow is gonna be.
How much does the cow want to fight us?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have to animal handling?
I was gonna say, whoever's gonna be, taking the lead on leading the cow.
Maybe what's your animal handling?
My animal... I do have animal handling proficiency.
You should do it then. Oh no!
Wait,
I
wait,
can help
wait,
action,
wait.
right?
I was assuming
I
that
shall-
because, you were asking that, yeah.
I am helping.
Okay.
That's at least good enough, maybe.
18 is good enough. It definitely seems to be avoiding, angry grandma.
Punch grandma in the bush.
Yeah. Anytime Aishah seems to get close, it seems to get a little agitated, and the moment she gets away, it definitely seems to be a lot more receptive and willing to listen to you, Dune.
I would tie the lead to my saddle on my horse, so that the horse can help pull old Bessie along.
And then, as I said, about 2 hours go by. Are you guys going to want to take it to the tavern, or where you want to take her whenever you get back to town?
Did Jerry designate a specific area where the animals would be kept?
Did not. He just typically said, if you use the recall stone on animals, I can take care of it because it'll just teleport them to the central location and I can grab them, yada yada.
Tavern then?
Yeah, let's go to the tavern. If we can spot Jerry on the way in, we'll wave him down.
Yeah.
You guys get back. As I said, it took about 2 hours to get back here. By the time they got back, and then that. Yeah. So, Westley, right how I said you had 4 hours?
That's me.
Yeah, it's only down to 2 hours now for your.
Nice. Should I make a roll?
Sure, make another
something.
con save. Maybe you'll get.
of Oleander.
Should I say this one's? Should we say this one's normal or disadvantage still?
I'd say disadvantage
feel like-
still.
Okay.
That's fun.
Oh.
You know what? That bread really fucking helped. Never mind, it's gone now.
Nice.
Oh, I feel much better.
Or was it the grease from the bacon? Speaking of grease,
Grease. Yo, Grease.
what are you guys doing? Like, you got a cow over here and all that? And, where'd you find that thing?
Oh,
South
just out
near
and
the
about.
Huh. Damn, that
It
thing
was a
got...
little bit corrupted when we first found it, but it seemed to have shaken off all of the bone-like sores as soon as I knocked it out. Not quite sure why.
Huh. Weird. That's weird.
It seems right as rain now, though. Look
Yes.
at the poor thing, raring to run away in an instant.
Yeah. You want to take Bessie's lead and take care of her?
Is
Ah,
there
yeah, I
a
can
stable
take
that
it.
we can drop her off at? You seem to
Ah.
have a lot on your hands.
Nothing crazy for me. It's one of my many jobs here. Stable, however, depends. Are you wanting this old girl to be used for food or, for, well, the leather?
I'm going to say we should
Oh.
use her for neither.
Okay, so you're saying,
Use her for the
Yeah.
milk.
so that would
Well,
be,
the milk and eventually building up theoretically a population here.
okay, so that would probably
More
be
people come in.
that pen then. Alright, she'll be the first one I take to that pen then. That one,
First,
yeah, we haven't had any sort of like breeding cows or any of that stuff in a while.
Well, maybe we'll be able to find a second one for her to keep company with.
Very fair and possible. Only reason why I say first in a while and all that, by the way, Dune is, well, I mean, not a lot that you can really do with the limited manpower. So you guys here, really useful.
Glad to be of assistance.
Thank you very much again. Did you use your stone for this, or?
nope, we walked
Oh,
back.
no. It was a short walk.
Cool. Alright, I'll take care of this little girl. I'll get your rope back to you whenever.
Jerry,
Yes!
take a deep breath.
Oh, no. Good, I just had to get done helping Vezrin with some stuff. I'm
She
exhausted.
just raises an eyebrow. Even more of a reason to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Well, I should check in with Vezrin about my commission.
Oh, that thing, you still got a day left on that, he said.
Ah, good.
Only reason
I
I
s-
showed up here is because I, well, you know.
I assume things are going along fine then.
To an extent.
You're going to go check up with the Lord. I'll see you in a little bit back at the tavern. I'm going to have myself a drink before night.
I think I'll just, Jerry's word on it.
Hello, you two.
Oh, hello, you're not dead.
I certainly hope that a cow isn't my demise. Oh,
It
we are
might be.
50% of the way towards having a stable food source.
You missed the hilarity.
Where's Oleander? Did he turn in early?
Forcefully. I implored him to go upstairs after he had 1 gulp of alcohol.
Yeah,
What?
that one's on me. I shouldn't have given him a dwarven mead.
It's okay, Larry. It was really funny.
A dwarven mead. Even that still shouldn't have done that to him. How old is
I
he?
asked for I don't know. I asked for a medium strength, something to hit me but not knock me out instantaneously. And Oleander asked for the same. And he took, I think, 1 gulp. He should be better soonish.
I've
We
heard
got
of
him
some
some
people.
bread. It might have been mostly because he was on an empty stomach.
Hmm.
Anything else? You two need water, ale,
Food.
food.
Well, you said you had dwarven mead. I
That's
wouldn't mind
just
something like that.
all right. It's just nothing too fancy. It's a little basic thing. Like
I
I told the
don't do
others.
anything fancy, dear.
Oleander holds the rails
Speak of
just
the
to make
devil,
sure.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, I am. Thank
You
you.
look like a pecked parakeet on the side of a sideshow.
I am mostly better.
His mask is crooked again.
I believe I am all right.
Your mask is crooked. Come here.
Oh,
Just straighten it. There.
thank you.
Here
You
you go.
still don't seem like if you went.
Thank you, Larry.
Oh,
Did you want
Larry,
Yes.
would you happen to have, or would you or Jerry happen to have a guide of any edible plants in the area?
That is a good question. No, I can't say that I have that, or Jerry might. Him or Vezrin, because, Vezrin is an apothecary and very knowledgeable on plants. He has a garden as well, where he farms every now and again, when he has the resources.
I'll have to talk to Vezrin then.
So, did you want a drink, by the way, dude?
Yes. Could I just have a mild mead? A honey mead, if you have it.
This dwarven meat. Okay. How good are you with dwarven ale? If he got messed up by it, then
You gave me the strongest thing you have when I first arrived, and I'm still standing.
very fair. But see that. Okay, fair.
Dune, an idea comes to mind.
Yes.
How about you consider constructing an almanac?
That's
I
a
feel like the
lovely
people of
idea.
this place might find a lot of use out of some sort of knowledge base being formed on the plants and edibles around the area.
That's
I think that's a
lo-
lovely idea.
It is a wonderful idea. I think I'll do just that.
There you go.
I can help.
Oh, lovely.
Well,
So-
if you two are both going to be doing that, I feel like I would be sorely missing out if I didn't assist as well. Although my plant knowledge isn't exactly 5 stars.
Perhaps, but you can knock out an animal just fine for us to study.
True.
Wait,
Getting you
knocked out a-
specimens is much more up my alley.
He just kind of smiles at you.
So how long are you lot going to be staying this time? It's only about midday.
Hopefully
give or
not
take.
long. I want to make an actually decent journey out this time, now that we've gotten our feet wet. That is, if Oleander isn't too drop-dead drunk.
I'm all
Likely this
right.
adventure will be a bit more than a day's travel.
Honestly, Oleander, if you can't hold your liquor, you shouldn't be drinking.
I wasn't going to have much.
I'd say you don't need much.
No, I found that out today.
My Crystal, do we want to head out after lunch?
I'm not against it.
Or does anyone else need anything else?
I might take myself a walk around the town. See what's here. Maybe talk to a few more of the locals, since it doesn't seem like we're getting out anytime soon.
And I do need to check in with Vezrin. Mostly to check in with what he knows about the local flora.
Just to check, it's later in the day now, right?
It took about half a day to get
Oh wait,
back.
safe zone is shorter
Yeah.
travel time.
Yeah, it
Oh,
took
okay.
half a day for the others to get back. For the others, you took an extra 2 hours.
So it's like
'Cause-
mid-afternoon,
Yeah,
Do we
it's-
want to head out in the morning, or do we want to?
and then we could get a full 2.
Yeah.
See, we could get 1 hex today, or we could get a full 2 hexes tomorrow.
I like that. 2 in the morning. We don't have to do any weird half hex calculations.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
So you said you wanted to meet the others and whatnot. I can point you in the direction of who have you not met? You've met who now?
I can't rightly know who I haven't met if I haven't met them now, can I?
That's why I turned it into who have you met at the end there. I realized
Oh,
the
let's
error of
see.
my way. I'm old.
You, Jerry, the Lord, the blacksmith, the killbot. I suppose that's it.
Vesrin.
Lord Vezrin Roseblossom.
Give him time. You might come around to him. He is a hoot.
He's quite pleasant, honestly.
Seems like a magical.
I will admit, though, Jerry's.
Thought I was an elf.
He is an elf.
No, he thought I was an elf.
Oh, I mean, you are in, a full body suit. I don't think any of us can really tell what you are. The first
You
thoughts
do
that
make
come.
it a
What are
little
you?
bit difficult. Yes, what are you, Oleander?
If not an elf, I'm assuming probably human.
Oleander stays silent for a moment.
Something like that.
Huh. What else is there?
You
that's
know, with the
something
way
like
you
that?
hide your face, I'd almost go out of the way and say maybe you're a possessed suit of armor. You have nothing
well,
to
I'm not
hide
that.
here. Come now.
Would you wait? I got it. He's 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Oleander, you don't have to be afraid of sharing stuff about yourself. This is the whole point of alcohol, after all. Come on.
True. Spilling
loosen up a
terrible
little bit.
secrets about yourself.
Is there a reason why you hide your face?
Yes, and what's under that cloak of yours and behind those eye masks? I can't see your eyeballs.
Oleander kind of looks down a little bit.
Let's say it has something to do with my culture, and leave it at that.
Sorry for making you uncomfortable, dear.
Oh, it's all right.
I'm curious.
Veer would smack Aishah's arm.
I'm going to go on a walk.
The long way around the room, I see.
Do you think we pushed him too hard?
I
Yes.
think he's not used to people pushing.
I wonder if he's not used to people caring.
I feel like it's more like he's not sure what to do when he has to say no. He seems a very
I used to be like
agreeable
that.
sort.
Oleander escapes.
Really, Vir'Thyra? You don't seem like the type that would ever have trouble saying no.
I mean, when I was a child, my parents were quite kind. Told me not to be ashamed of myself.
Oh, sure. But
Yes.
children are naive.
Exactly. But, that naivety only got me so far. And, it somehow wound me up to where I ended up before I got here.
And where was that?
Let's just say getting out of the drow banishment zone is a feat. Going back and forth regularly is criminal activity.
Did they have you hold up
I
in
was
one
part
of
of
those
the ladder.
internment camps?
Oh no. There were no internment camps. We were just banished as a society.
Well, societal banishment, internment camps, what's the difference?
Fair enough. But no, I was smuggling. Getting things in and out so that we don't fucking starve.
That sounds absolutely dreadful that you had to deal with that.
It's always elves, isn't it?
Yes, really is.
I never understood what the hubbub was about. I mean,
You know, I met a half-giant once. And told a wicked story. He had
Oh,
one
yeah?
philosophy and one philosophy only. And that philosophy was no elves. And we always would question why. It was the only bar in the whole town that refused to serve them. And I remember what he said to me. Well, he said, getting his body all gruff up and, puffing up his face and chest all big like. He said, they're served on the highest of golden platters everywhere else. At least one place has got to turn the blind eye to him. Interesting fellow.
And speaking from experience, they're not as high as mighty as they like to think they are. Speaking as, I smuggled more things for elves than I did for any other race. Though there was this nice half-orc who was very close to outrunning my main supplier. She's
One
lovely.
orc outrunning your main supplier?
Well, She was my contact to the other supplier. She's rather nice.
I see, I
Seems
see.
up in the ranks. Yes, there were the elves and, working with their human friends, trying to smuggle things in and out of places. Actually illegal things, while the half-orc and her business were trying to help people.
I really like to imagine this nice little fantasy where it's just one half-orc that really likes smuggling.
Sometimes I think that's how she started, honestly.
No joke.
Well, it's not that she liked smuggling, it's that people needed supplies. Enough about this depressing shit. Let's get drunk.
Dude.
Uh,
Let's get drunk, let's have a
gonna
nice
just take a
time
sip.
before we go out and explore whatever is out there.
If I may put one last cherry on the top before we're done here. She takes a sip, sets down her drink with just a clunk. With only one down, there's no smuggling that can be done here.
Sadly. It was such a ride, honestly. It's the reason I first actually got on a boat.
Hmm.
A lot of my life has been dedicated. Hi, Jerry!
Oh, don't mind me. I used her day drunk and I wanted to join in. He takes a big gulp from a mug of ale.
I'd love to
Listen,
join
I'm
you, but
2 dwarven meads in.
Well, Miss Smuggler, let me ask you a question. If you think you can smuggle all of that ale, she eyes the drinks on the table and just kind of lifts hers up. I bet I could take more than you.
Oh, please, I am terrible at drinking competitions.
Oh, come now, that's no fun. If you lower my expectations, that makes me think 1, you're just no fun, or 2, you're going to kick my ass without me even knowing what happened.
Yeah, let's make
If we were going for a solid 8 hours, sure.
We do have that amount of time.
But this is drinking at our own pace. I could
Maybe some other
I
time
could-
then.
only drink so
Well,
much.
I was going to go talk to the Lord, but if the challenge you're looking for, I shall take you on.
Dune, go have your fun with Master Racism himself. Come back and talk to us whenever you're done.
What's the matter, Aishah? Don't think you can outdrink little old me?
No, I just don't want you letting random things slip to a noble.
Jerry,
Yeah.
bring around the dwarven meats.
Alright, well, you're a spry one at least. Very well.
I mean, looks over to Gerkin. Do you want one, old man, or you want water again?
Yeah, no, I think I'm good for today. I think I'll go work on something myself.
Alright, I was gonna say, if you want a warm milk, I can get you that too. Alright.
Aisha just eyes Dune up and down.
Dune has
You're
a
not gonna make
cocksure
it past
smile.
3.
I'm already ahead of you.
I mean, I could fix that real quick.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm just going to watch these 2 and I'm going to chuckle.
Oh, wait, you wanted me to grab around? Because we're fucking around.
Just get those 2 around. Don't. I'm perfectly happy.
I'll do something different, because, I want to see them fucking on the ground.
Alright, let's down some ale.
Yeah, Jerry vanishes for a hot
Shotgun some
second, comes back,
dwarfs.
puts a barrel with a tap on the table. It's just
Oh, hell yeah!
and he's just gonna constantly refill.
Alright. How are we doing this?
Let's see here. You had a drink in, or no? You both have only a drink in, so
Just one, yeah.
yeah. So both of you just make a quick con save, real quick. Dune is handling the alcohol really great. That's nothing. The stronger thing was better. Aishah, it's already starting to hit you. Maybe it's because you didn't have any extra food when you're on your way back. Maybe that's
It's
it.
true, I didn't eat any food on the way back.
Make another
I
con
just
save.
shrugged. Just be like, I'll be fine. Grabs another.
Another con save from both of you.
At this point, she's also just gonna mouth over while she's taking a sip. Technically, alcohol constitutes as a poison.
I was gonna have it be
the timing!
I was gonna have it be a 3 fail thing. This makes me want to raise the question of, should a nat one
Does
be
that count
2
as
fails?
2
That one should be
fails? I
2.
would say yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dune, you take the second one. It's a little harder. It's just okay. Yep, I'm starting to feel the burn. Aishah, she gets out the alcohol constitutes as a poison. Thump.
What the fuck? I like to imagine up until this point, she has shown 0 signs of being drunk. Absolutely none. Just wham on the table.
Veer looks over, looks down, slaps Aishah.
He looks over at you. Vir'Thyra, what was being said about 3 drinks not a moment ago?
Hold on. Slap!
Oh, the back. Was it the back of your head that you smacked, or the back?
Yeah, it would have been like full on, like a hand, open palm to the back.
Oof. A little bit of a cough comes out, just like,
What the
How
hell?
are you feeling, Aishah?
a little bit of a headache.
Ow. Did I hit the table?
Yes?
She like rubs her eyes.
You hit the table, the floor, and my funny bone.
Fuck me.
That was really impressive, though.
Impressively embarrassing.
I feel like at that rate I could have actually won the drinking contest.
I had this whole plan. I was going to talk about how I've experienced so many poisons at this point that it barely even affects me. Never mind.
Let's go on and
It's
leave for
been
you.
corrected.
How about you, Vir? I'm only 3 in.
I thought you were 2 in.
3.
Hey, we had one before the game started.
Right. Here, give me one.
All right. Here
I'll
you go.
catch up. This will be my 3rd.
She starts rubbing her temples.
Can't say from beer.
Con save.
Right.
Yeah, you could sip it all these like it's fucking water. What are these two talking about?
Oh, can a crit count for 2 wins?
Ooh, I do like that. Yeah, okay.
I would have one done as well since I had a cut earlier.
Yeah, we're at 2. I'm at 2-0. You're at 2-1.
Alright, if Dune's still playing, Dune and Veer con saves again. You both take the drinks. Veer, you're trying to get yours done, and next thing you know, you look up, Dune's finished hers as you're already maybe halfway through. It's not a failure, you both succeeded. She's just faster than you on this cup.
Aisha's watching Dune just like, you are an anomaly of nature at this point. Oh my god!
My god.
Dune, you know, maybe you felt a sense of, like, I might win this one too. As you're sitting there getting yours, and it's not going down as easily as you wanted. And you look over, and Veer's already starting to get another mug from Jerry.
Can I, like, Dune's just like, oh yeah, Veer's still taking way too long, and then Dune realizes, tilting her head, Veer's drinking 2 glasses at the same time.
Pace yourself, dearie.
Amy,
Catch up.
That is a failure. Dune, that second mug must
I'm
have
just
really...
slowing down. I'm just taking a breath.
Let's see, how many is that? I think after this one, I'm gonna have you both start rolling at disadvantage.
I'm sorely going back to what I said before. You are the type that's secretly going to whoop my ass.
The effects are really starting to come. The lights are getting a little bit painful. You can hear every noise.
Can I, as I'm just talking, can I try to sleight of hand cast Lesser Restoration on myself?
You can certainly
my
try.
God.
I will point out, you do technically have your Right. Which, if I recall, what would I make in the inspirations again? A D8 or something like that? A D6?
You know what?
Don't
Fuck
waste
it.
another freaking game.
Fuck it, no, I'm using it.
It's important! It's important, yo!
It's important!
That would make
It's a 13.
13.
That is my
We're
passive
all-
perception.
Fuck!
I was going to say, however, I was going to have your passive perception temporarily be a disadvantage. Which would bring it down by 5.
That does make sense, given all the being drunk.
You're pretty drunk.
Sure.
So,
What, am I rolling a disadvantage versus Veer
Do
rolling a
I
normal?
notice it?
I was going to say, because you're playing the game, it was going to be your passive -5. However, what is Aishah's passive? Oh,
Aisha's
God.
passive is 17, and she's not been playing the game since she got lesser restorations, so...
Yeah,
and
you
she just
noticed.
noticed that, and... Alright, I'm gonna choose to stay silent, but... she
Nice.
notices!
Next roll of it. Maybe this will be a diss for you, but normal for Cat. Because of the sneaky
Normal for
shenanigans.
That's some horse shit. That's some horse shit, but okay. Oh, come on.
Alright, that is a success for Cat. For Amy, this would only be based on that. I believe that is.
I have 2 fuck-ups.
Don't worry. I am being held to keep track. Alright. This might be the final one, unless Amy somehow.
Unless Amy crits.
Or pulls some shenanigans herself.
Nah, I'm gonna play it straight.
You're gonna be the straight one? Alright. And then make your roll at dis, and Cat, yours and.
Straight.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, that's me. You cheating little bitch.
Veer, you get it down, the burn is starting to come back again, but then you notice dude is just having a good time with that final mug. Dude, as you finish, it's just, nope, gotta put the head down. Everything is spinning. Ooh, everything is spinning. You've lost.
Trevor, can we get some honey bread for her?
Yeah, one sec. He's gone.
You're a fucking machine.
And-
Secretly incredibly good at drinking.
I still outdrank you.
Yes, you did, and I'm sure you're very proud of that.
Dune, drink some
Yeah.
water. Have some bread.
I was a fool and didn't properly prepare for this, and I was not ready ahead of time. Thus, I far overestimated myself.
Dune will kill her drink and then castrate water inside the cup.
Do I want to be a little shit on that?
Yes, yes,
okay.
you do.
Okay, you're using cleric spell slot for that, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a wisdom saving throw real quick. Okay, yeah. The spell works as per normal, but you feel like, oh man, I almost made it rain.
It'd be really funny if it started raining in here.
Please, no, I'm the guy who has to claim that.
That's why it's funny.
Causing Jerry extra work is not funny, dude. Unless he asked for it.
I'm not asking for it this time. Not this time.
The kids always said it was funny making extra work for me.
Eat.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. We've got the 3 types of drunks. Pass out like fucking dumbass over here. Points at herself. Whispers sweet nothings and loves everyone. Points at Dune. And brain off now. Points up the stairs.
I still can't believe you.
I mean, are you talking about Oleander? He did leave.
Oh, did he? I didn't
Yes,
notice.
you were here.
I
You were the
was?
one poking and prying at him.
I have completely forgotten.
She did get
Are you
drunk.
sure you're okay? And that headache, the
I'm
head.
perfectly fine. Well, I
How many
did notice actually something very fascinating. You know what? I'll worry about that some other time.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Enough.
I mean, in some languages, 3 fingers is enough. Alright, on that note, I'm gonna take us to somewhere else. Also, I will say, fucking Dude and I should take another inspiration point. Can't take 2.
Take 2?
You won. You won the contest.
Yeah, we had a fun time.
And we are gonna go somewhere else. I have no idea where Michael went. He can tell me later. However, somebody else went on a walk and decided to wander somewhere. Oleander, you walking around, and everything, and eventually, you look up and hey, that's a building I've not seen before. Looks fancy.
Fancy.
It's got a little sign on it with like a nice little calligraphy, sort of handwriting. Very simple though for the name of this establishment. You assume it's just R&R.
R&R. Okay. Interesting. I wonder what that stands for. Because I bet it's not what it normally stands for.
You come in, the door
He
opens.
pokes his head in.
As you open the door, peek your head in, you hear a little like jingle, and then you just look over to your side and you see a very burly dwarven man behind the counter. And as you look over, everything, he looks to be in the middle of sewing something, hearing the bell, like the footsteps as you come in. He looks up, gives you a small nod, seems to say something that you can't quite make out, and goes back to sewing.
Sorry, what was that?
How can I help you today?
Oh, I'm just exploring, so to speak.
You don't need to lower your voice like I am, child. I just have issues with my throat. Can't talk as good anymore.
Okay. Good to know.
Also, if you would be so kind to close the door behind you.
Oh,
Many fabrics.
sorry.
And as you get further away, it just, it becomes like, and as you come back, I really don't want them to get ruined.
Yes.
You're just exploring, you said. Aren't you one of those new ones that Jerry was talking about?
Yes, I am.
Kind of stops what he's working on for a moment, adjusts his glasses and looks you over, just interesting. Leather.
These are some lovely fabrics.
Thank you. What is yours made of? Leather, or is that cotton? Wool?
Oh, it's a mix of mountain goat and, well, the he
kind of like moves it aside so the clothes underneath can be seen.
And these are the wool from said.
Interesting. Ever got to work on mountain goat before? Used to live in, mountains. Not a lot of mountain goats in the mountains. Those are technically would live deeper down, so it wouldn't have been good on them. We had sheep, though, so.
I've heard it's similar.
Maybe one day I'll get to play with that. I'll have to keep an eye out if there's ever any. I'm sorry. Did you say you needed anything today, or?
No, I'm just exploring, so to speak.
Well, this is my shop. I make things here that are cloth, leather, etc. I can do some repairs on clothing, do leather working if you're somebody that wears leather armors or such, furs, etc.
That will be very helpful. I'm not the best at stitching.
He kind of shows the back of his cloak where he had to stitch up where one of the poppies fucking slashed through. It's like, it's passable, but to an expert like him, it's very shoddy.
Yeah, could use some more work, not structurally sound. Give me a moment.
And we are planning on going out soon-ish.
You're going out. Give me let's see. These tools. Kind of sets a box that's got a set of like many different needles, threads, etc. on the counter, and then kind of walks around, just starts looking through some fabric piles. Just maybe that and that. Looks back over at you. Kind of motions for you to go. It sees that you're already coming up. Just bro. And feel the object in question real quick, please.
He takes off his cloak, makes sure his mask is still affixed.
Starts to like feel the cloak, and then kind of looks at it and thinks, and then looks at you. Seems to be like doing a little bit of a mathematic situation in his head, and then goes back to the cloth. Seems like he's trying to find one that matches. After a few moments, he's like, this one should work. And this, give me one moment. Kind of squeezes right by you.
Oh, yes, of course, take your time.
Let's see. Alright. That should be fun. And then I'm going to do that. He sets the cloth down, starts doing a little bit of cutting, keeps looking back at you here and there every now and again, just trying to make sure from what you can guess. Or actually, you know what? No, it's Oleander. Never mind. He's doing work.
He is working. Well, okay, I am smart. I'm just not wise.
Which is why I stopped myself, because I feel like this is an insightful thing.
Okay,
I was going to describe. He's very, very good with his hands. Like, he has big, meaty hands.
Oleander is going to simply assume that he is making sure that it will fit and is good enough to eyeball it.
That is a very good.
And that's probably close-ish.
That is a good enough assumption as Oleander. You have to do a lot of work with your hands, and you have to be very nimble-fingered, deft-handed and whatnot with your line of work. You feel like, watching his hands at work, he might be a little better than you. But this man finishes, kind of picks it up, does the little thing where you flick your wrists to make sure everything's all good and all perfect. Looks at it, folds it back up, and then motions to you to take it.
He goes over and takes it.
It's got a little bit more weight than it did before. And, looking on the inside, it seemed like he used a little bit of a different sort of leather and basic cloth to sort of patch it and reinforce it a little.
Okay.
The thing you'll get because, you're on the cusp, it'll raise your armor class by 1.
Yo! That's a handy moment.
How does it feel? Is it all good?
Oh, this feels immaculate.
Many years of the craft and, in dwarven culture, I have to make sure I'm perfect at my work. Masterwork, almost.
Oh, it's lovely.
Could have done better, but limited resources on hand.
I will look for while I'm out. I will try and find any of the. I'm a novice, of course, but I'll try and find if anything will be useful.
Things that are useful. If you could find, I don't know, maybe some, if it even exists here, some mithril or adamantine. That'd be good for needle sets. Another thing that would be good is more animals, more critters for, wool, leathers, etc. But I assume Jerry already told you all about that sort of thing.
Yes, but, well, always good to check. How much do I owe you?
This time was primarily just me wanting to make sure this got done. Couldn't let it work like that go, especially if you're going to try and help us and everything. Maybe just 150 gold this time around.
All right.
Oleander takes out 150 gold. And, well, actually, it's probably just 15 platinum.
Thank you very much. I never caught your name.
Oh, I'm Oleander. And you?
I am Rubitan.
All right.
Rubitan, Threadborn.
That does sound familiar. They were talking about you.
They probably need more thread work done.
Probably. I will look out for what you need, and if I see anything that I feel might do it, I'll improv, so to speak.
Always good. Thank you very much, young man.
Yes, thank you too.
Be very careful whenever you go out there. Don't end up like some of the others, you know? Stay safe.
I will.
Oleander kind of bows a little bit.
Rubitan, he... Roll history.
Ooh, history. That's something that I'm decent at. Not on disadvantage, please.
It's been a while, you know, you read it in a book somewhere maybe, or maybe one of them came up the mountain at some point, you know, where you live. He gives a sort of motion with his hand, then hand over heart and bow, and you recognize this as a sort of military salute.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
It's 2 fingers above the right brow, drag it down to the chin, and then palm over heart.
Okay. Noted. That's fun.
You can't quite remember what it means, but you do recognize that it is a military salute.
All right. Well, I with a skip in my step head out, probably forgetting why I left in the first place.
Just like, oh, he was lovely.
Oleander is adorable. Alright. Do we want to go back to the tavern, or do you guys want to just skip to the next day?
Let's travel.
Travel
Yeah,
time.
Then the next day comes, you all wake up well rested, all your resources are back. Anyone that needs to make any sort of rolls, make rolls. Be it some crazy stuff! I doubt anyone's used any magic missile wands.
No, those recharge. I get a recharge roll for that in the morning anyway.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Tally getting out even more bad rolls.
Why are my rolls so bad?
What was that one for?
Something.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Let's go towards dungeon.
Ellie, if you want me to give you the beaver, you need to buy me a drink first.
I don't, Amy. I don't want beavers.
I'm trying to remember what I
Yeah.
heard.
She wants sex.
I thought you were
I'm
about
sure
to say
Amy would be happy
She
to
wants a
provide.
dick. I'm sorry, did you just say 1/5 of a pound of salt? Do you have any idea how much salt that is?
I was
Alright.
gonna say-
Do
Alright,
you
a
have
tenth.
any idea?
Alright, a 10th then, you fucking troglodyte.
That's still a lot.
It's still an absurd amount of salt.
Listen, I'm trying to make it make sense for keeping exact track of how much fucking salt I actually have, okay?
Look, dude,
I
I'm just
use-
gonna
Very
say
fair.
1 pound of salt will keep you through this entire campaign easy, unless you do something crazy with it.
I
Probably, yeah.
have
Preserving a
2
corpse.
pounds of salt. I have 2 pounds
Yeah.
of salt.
That's so much salt.
She might need it. You never know.
Okay, I will.
Maybe we'll fight a snail at some point.
Karoo, maybe you'll fight an element. Maybe you'll fight an
She won't
elemental.
need it. I'm just saying.
I will use
One
a
fifth of a
hundredth
pound
of
of
a
salt
pound.
is so much. That
I will
makes
use a
little more
hundredth of a
sense.
pound. Okay, happy now?
No.
Still a little much, but yeah, that makes more sense.
I will fucking edge you. I will edge you in all that you want.
I see Tally has entered her little fucker.
Alright,
Look,
alright.
look, there are very few things I care about when keeping track of stuff statistically, but when it comes to cooking implements,
Oh,
I
no,
care
I-
very greatly.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I
I will use.
agree.
Okay,
A fifth
I will
of
use
a pound of salt is 5 tablespoons.
I will use 1,000th of a pound of salt.
Well, it's just like a sprinkle.
Oh, stick with the 100th. Anyway.
I think 100
stick
is
with
the
100.
closest you've got. Yeah.
100th is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys.
Anyways,
These guys.
Morty.
Flipping all of you off for the internet. I hope you feel it.
Oh man. Hey.
Cooking.
I'm handling my tax returns wet.
Do you-
What?
How are you? What are tax returns?
Why are you doing taxes? You pay taxes?
Oh my god.
You pay taxes?
Vir commits tax
Of
fraud.
course she does.
I need like on standby a little clip of Gerkin just going, I'm filing my taxes, what?